Hi, my name is Jacob Couch. I'm a black belt under Heath Pedigo, training out of Pedigo Submission Fighting.
My name is CJ Murdoch. Originally kind of from this area, but out of Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Heath Pedigo, teach jiu-jitsu.
He is a seminar.
That way, I was waiting for it. Avery, I was waiting.
Alright guys, we'll get a little started here. I'm Heath. Use CJ. CJ doesn't have his belt. You forgot it?
Yeah.
You'd be reprimanded for that later. So, just to get warmed up here, we're going to do, I just want you to step in between the legs here. CJ's going to come up, he's going to grab this, I'm going to break the sleeves, grips, okay? I just want you to kind of move around. We'll just do like 2 minutes to get warmed up, okay? A couple that I want you to work on too when you're stepping in here is when CJ does the De La Hiva, I want you to make sure that you grab the pants, take this opposite leg, and I want you to kick that off, okay? So we'll go over that in a second. Anytime CJ puts this on, I just want to kick that off rather than pushing it or grabbing it. Some of you have probably seen that and done it before, but just to get warmed up, okay? Grab, okay, breaking the grip, and I just want you kind of moving around, okay? Moving the legs, looking for leg drags, okay? Stuffing, doing all that stuff. I just want to kind of see everybody work and move around, okay? Sound good? All right, grab a partner. Yeah. Okay guys, I want to add something here really quick, easy, then we'll get to some. So, couch is going to be down, okay? The most important thing about this is think about your knees having like some Velcro on them, okay? And I know that most people get this and everybody does this drill here and they do it, but when you're rolling, if you can really understand this, you can use it in so many different positions, passing on the ground, passing standing up, windshield wipering your leg and all that good stuff, okay? I just can step like you step, okay? So I'm gonna kind of step in this motion and put his hip flatter to the ground. Now he's gonna start, just do what you would do. He's gonna start to move it out, okay? See, he's trying to get his spine back flat. Okay, so one more time, guys. We're here, trying to feed this over. I can't get it, so we're gonna step back. 1, 2, spin them all the way, okay? Looks too easy to be true. It is. Have a partner, let's go. If he can lift you up like that, would be badass. That would be really badass. Yep, just use your knees to kind of feed here. Go down to your back, I'll show you real quick. Okay, so when I'm in here and I enter, okay, and I just kind of move around, I'll kind of show you. Okay, this is the kind of a position where this is going to feel like, right? Yeah. And then the closer I am, then when you try to lift me, I know here you have to strip through the middle. So you're probably going to try to do that, right? So I'm going to just use my kneecaps to kind of drive. And then the better you get at this, the more you'll be able to just clear. Hey guys, real quick. Okay, from here, when I'm in here, guys, I want to keep my foot back, okay? I almost want to be squatting in this position, pushing and driving with this knee like this. Okay, when you start doing this, you might get some little bruises on the inside of your knee. There's like some little soft tissue there. Maybe you don't. Maybe you use it all the time. Okay, so if I just take 3 or 4 days off and I start pressuring with it, sometimes it lets me know that I was being soft for 3 days. Okay, so when I'm in here pressuring, I don't want to get this leg too high because if he underhooks it, this can start to be a problem for me. Okay, I need to have it back here. Remember, so we can just step. I can sit him up and then I can spin him much easier. Okay, so guys, just backing them up barely and sitting them up is going to help your X-Pass tremendously, okay? It's a very small detail, but passing in general, no-gi, same thing, okay? If we can just sit them up a little bit or catch them while they're coming up or down, you can pass much easier, okay? So don't get too close to them. You don't want them to be able to underhook your feet, okay, and knock you down and do all those things, okay? Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Nice key. All right, you're on.
Yeah?
Fancy.
Custom fit.
Okay, so let me look. That was actually good, okay? Not that it... Okay, so you're going to grab here and grab here, okay? So I'm going to put her down, step in between, here. Now I want to lift her up with the right, step back, and spinner to my left. Okay? What'd you say?
I'm gonna struggle too.
Good, I'll help. I'm here. All right, let's see it. Okay, so, okay, hold on, let me see. Okay, you're gonna go this way. Okay? Good. Are you left-handed? Right-handed? Cool. You left-handed? Nice. Can I see you do one real quick? Do you mind? What's your names?
Maria.
What is it? Talia. Oh man, there's a Talia in my class. I love that name. What's yours?
Maria.
Maria. Talia and Maria. That's easy.
Yeah.
Let's see if I remember. Okay. Hand on the collar. Right hand on the collar. Okay, so you're gonna pick Talia up. Back her up just a little bit. Now, spinner. Good. You guys are champs. Maria, Talia, killers.
Hey, yo, bro. Yeah, we got it.
Next to my table.
My bad. Oh, wait.
Fuck! What the? What?
He said he was gonna be giving me cash for.
Oh, he did. He gave me 80 bucks.
Yeah, like I got hit with a random ass. The boxing commission.
Water out of his jaws. That's why Grace has to use the restroom right now. So.
Oh my god, I'm on camera. Dude, I'm freaking out.
12 ounces of your water.
I got her
Yes, and I just had a coffee.
and a coffee. So 12 ounces of water gets out of the jug. They coconut water, then salt, lemon, honey, and then some dark chocolate. You don't put the dark chocolate in the water, obviously.
But you mix all that up in the water.
Yeah. Not
Appreciate you telling me the plant, bro.
Huh?
Dude, I would have tried that. I would have done the same thing.
Bro, I thought we were getting IVs.
Yeah, we were, but yeah, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I texted Avery today. I was like,
You got $190, bro?
what?
Yeah. They did it for free for me last time, bro. Like, that was so kind, and I
Yeah.
tipped them. But I can't afford $190 right now.
I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah. Because I told David, I was like, bro, I can't expect them to do it again free. Like, there's no way they would. Like.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh well, we got
That's
that.
the case. Then I don't like it.
I am the captain now.
As it relates to your paperwork, if you'll complete this top form is for your federal license, and then the next form is for your state license. This will be $25. State license will be $50. And then if you fill out the top right portion and answer all the questions that are highlighted in yellow, this is your position report. Scales are there if you want to check your weight.
Might as well check, I guess, huh?
I was 160.
Cody Reese.
Let's go.
Monte Rose.
Should have done lightweight, shit.
Daniel Sander. Already good. 160.6. You're both good to go. Christian Grubbs and Tremonte Rose. 158.4.
kick.
I got the not so waffle sandwich.
Is that fried pickle?
It is fried pickles. You guys are more than welcome.
I'm gonna try.
Y'all train hard, don't worry about what the fans say. We have much respect for what you do. All right? You feel what you're having?
Trick-or-treating, so he would walk up and he was just like, candy, like, it's a he just got chanting, but they're like, say trick-or-treat, he'd be like, say thank you, he's like, nah, fuck that.
It's awesome, like, they're like, we're 5, 6, everybody's like, run up the doors.
That's when you can give him like a bag, like, because yeah, that's always like, you have to kind of like,
Demo will make it eyeball. First, at least I took out the took balls up and then go like play and get it everywhere.
Such a good Donald Trump specialist. Just measurable. Yeah. Jab all good. Where's Sarah? He's not here. I think it's right. Give me a jab. Freeze. You in southpaw? Are you in southpaw? No.
Get later.
Pepsi goes
good chin. Hey! Hey, wait, let's pull him away from the cage. Wait, let's pull him away from the cage. Circle, circle, so your back towards the cage. Yes, 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 yes. Hey! Hey, no fear in the cage.
good. Fight his hands.
Hey, more shoulder pressure, Mike. Push the elbow. More shoulder pressure. More shoulder pressure, Mike.
Fight his hands. Get out of their guard. Step to half. Step to half. Fight the hands. Fight the hands, Mike.
Put your head on the mat, drop your shoulder.
Yes, yes.
Put your weight into your shoulder.
Good, breathe. Breathe. You're good, Mike. You're doing great. You're gonna get out. You're gonna get out.
introduce yourself? Like, who are you? What do you do? You know.
Heath Pedigo, teach jiu-jitsu.
So how did Pedigo Submission Fighting, aka PSF, become such a successful organization, and what role did you play into that succession?
So I started training 30 years ago this month. My brother and I started in McGrath back in '93 after we watched the first UFC. It'll be 30 years next week. And for the first several years, we had boxed and done all that stuff, and it was just kind of us. We're from a very small town. The closest jiu-jitsu place, the guy that I got my black belt from later on, he was almost 2 hours away. So my brother and I would just buy videos. Most of the time they weren't in English, and we would just watch these instructionals. I would constantly watch them and write down tons and tons of stuff in these notebooks. I still have those notebooks. And
see those?
Yeah. So yeah, they're like crazy mad scientist notebooks. Some of them make sense now, but yeah. So we just trained. It's like I really had like a passion to like just learning jiu-jitsu and to grow. And then I did some MMA fights, and I thought I was really something. And then I realized I would go and do grappling with really high-level jiu-jitsu guys, gi guys, and they would kind of beat on me. So then when my brother stopped fighting, I never really wanted to do that, and then I just really found a passion for like learning and teaching jiu-jitsu, and just kind of switched over to do that.
Cool. Sick, bro. So, okay, so with that being said, obviously you're here doing a seminar for Triumph. How did the bond between you and Triumph become a thing in general?
We're doing an interview.
The squeaking. Okay.
So I picked up the Murdoch brothers, CJ, Josh, and Caitlin. That's CJ's wife, and I picked them up over in Spartanburg. We did a seminar there, a 3-day camp, and fell in love with them, and vice versa. And they had came over and they had done stuff with Avery in the past. Avery had kind of split from his association, and he was kind of just on his own, trying to build. And that's just right up my alley. It's kind of like someone who isn't really attached to anyone, and they're trying to inspire and change and grow. And that's, those are the people that I work best with. So Avery came, and CJ introduced us, and it just kind of became a thing where we became friends. And that's more the thing for me. I'm more friends with everyone that I have the associations with. It's
so less business, more friendship.
I don't charge anything for any of the associations. I don't know if anyone else does or doesn't do that, but I know that I don't. And for me, it's I don't make anything off of them. It's just about the passion of helping someone else do and change people's lives. Maybe later in life it'll become more of a business thing, but right now it's just about like growing the team, growing the brand, and helping people change lives.
What's your favorite reason for doing these seminars?
Just like meeting like new people, and like I said, growing the brand for me is the selfish reason for me doing it.
Of course, I mean, but you're doing it for free, so it's kind of an equal trade-off, So
you get a chance, these mom wants a picture of her.
Okay. After this interview, in the middle of, we'll get. No, I'm glad you came in. We were just talking about it.
It's all good.
No, we
like
really
when I
are.
was in the bathroom at the.
No, we really are. So it's like, might as well leave that in. That's good. So, I get a lot out of just meeting so many people, and it's inspiring to learn. Like, life in South Carolina is different than life in Maine. I was in Boston last weekend, and the way Boston is just different. So you meet so many people, you hear so many stories, and it's just you're constantly evolving as a human and like learning about so many different new things. And that's the biggest thing for me. It's like amazing to just seeing being on the East Coast when the leaves are changing. Is something that you can't understand unless you see it. I know that might not sound impressive to everybody else, but for me, I'm getting a little older. It's an amazing thing. Like when we tell stories as we get older, it's about things that we've solved and done. And those things are the important things for me. Like jiu-jitsu allowed me to come to South Carolina, be a part of everyone who came to the seminar and camp's life, learn about them, meet their kids, meet their significant others, hear their stories. I got to see and eat all the local food, hang out with everyone, and then I get to go home, and I always have that part of South Carolina in my heart. So for me, you just can't beat that.
Yeah, awesome, dude. Cool. So with all that being said, what if you had one message of advice to leave with the audience? What would that advice be?
Man, just like we just said over there, the time will never be just right. Whatever it is that you want to do it. At the end of the day, all the shit that you acquire through life are just things. The things you buy, the things you want, the things you think you need. At the end of the day, the shit that really matters, it's free. Being kind is free. Being a good friend is free. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of times, being happy is free. And for me, this makes me happy. And if I would have stayed inside the normal box, if I would have stayed going to college, and I'm not telling anyone that they shouldn't go to college, but for me, that wasn't in the books for me. I went, it wasn't my thing. This was my thing. I went after it. I failed so many times. And at the times I thought I was failing, I was learning. That was the education that I needed. So I think at the end of the day, it's easier to lay in bed and know that you failed than wonder what if. So just send it. Go for it. Go after what it is that you want. Inspire, help as many people as you can. Just be happy.
Okay, bro.
That's it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. If you would, here, I just want to kind of pose for the thing, and I'll just kind of. And if you just want to just walk up to the camera and just kind of do that right there, I'll cut it. So just kind of introduce yourself. Who are you?
My name is CJ Murdoch. Originally kind of from this area, but out of Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Cool. So obviously you're a part of Pedigo submission fighting. So how do you think that Pedigo became so successful, and how do you think you played a role in the success of Pedigo?
I don't know if I've played a role in the success of Pedigo, but Pedigo's definitely been a huge help for me. Definitely more successful because of Heath, but I think what makes us different is that we're actually all friends together. We actually all fight like we're friends and brothers, and we love each other and we hate each other at the same time. And we get on each other's nerves like a real family. And just Heath makes sure that even though we're all different, we're all on the same page. Like, we're all here for the greater good. We're all here to kind of make sure the next generation gets better, and they don't have to make the same mistakes we did.
Heck yeah, bro. So obviously you've been walking around teaching, doing stuff, helping people learn some stuff with jiu-jitsu and such. What's your favorite reason for coming and doing it?
I'm gonna mess mine up now too.
Okay, so obviously you're walking around, you're helping people out, doing training and stuff. So what's your favorite reason for coming and doing these seminars with
I always learn something too, but it's just giving back. Like, a lot of upper belts, especially around the purple belt area, sometimes forget what it's like to be a white belt, and forget what it's like to struggle and not get things, and the difficult times. And just if I could keep one white belt on the mat, or if I can help one white belt think, oh wait, I can actually do this, that's really what it's about, man. Definitely helping the little kids. The little kids are my favorite. I don't know, there's just something about little kids never make you feel bad for trying to help them out. Some adults, like I said, they forget what it's like to I don't know, we get a little bitter as we get older, and sometimes jiu-jitsu helps us kind of save us from ourselves. We're constantly learning. So even though I'm teaching, I'm still learning too. Sometimes I'm learning how to teach. Sometimes I'm learning how to keep my patience. Sometimes I'm just learning, that it's about having fun at the same time. That's what I think is different. Like I said, we all love each other, so we get to have a little bit more fun than I feel like some of these other seminars. I've been to a lot of seminars, and some of them feel really stiff. You feel like you gotta bow and do all this crazy shit that isn't even really like American culture. It's just stuff we stole from other cultures, and I think too, I don't know, it just makes it, like I said, it makes it feel stiff. You shouldn't feel like you're at like a college class. You should feel like you're just here hanging out with your friends for a common goal, and the common goal is, to get better, get better at jiu-jitsu, get better as a human, just overall get better.
Yeah, cool. So with all that being said, Mr. Murdoch, if you had one message of advice to the audience who's watching this, what would it be?
Other than Logan Paul sponsored me with the Delicious Prime. People be talking smack about these. This is the first time I've ever had one of these. They said there was a lot of sugar in it, but I only see 2 grams. All right, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's pretty delicious. Other than the fact that Logan Paul should sponsor me, just honestly, just don't give up on yourself. Don't take jiu-jitsu so seriously that it hurts your feelings when you come to class. I've been there. Maybe when I was living in Charlotte the first time, I was in like a weird space of my brain where I wasn't necessarily the most happy person. And when you're not the most happy person, sometimes you take it out on some people that you don't mean to, or you're just not the real version of yourself. And just remember that we're here to be happy, and we're here to have fun, and it's more than just a sport. It's more than just like you're supposed to be making yourself better at the same time as other people. So I don't know, just don't take jiu-jitsu as seriously as maybe I've taken it in the past, and maybe don't go so hard on some of the hobbyists.
Thank you, bro. Like the lens of the camera.
Hi, my name is Jacob Couch. I'm a black belt under Heath Pedigo, training out of Pedigo Submission Fighting.
Cool. So how did Pedigo Submission Fighting, aka PSF, become such a successful organization, and what role did you play into that success?
I think the main reason is, it has the success, and the name it does is Heath. Is Heath Pedigo. I think when someone like him and people like him have an idea or have a goal in mind, and they want to achieve it, they will stop at nothing to do so. And watching Heath do that over these last few years that I've been at Mount Vernon and been at PSF have been something that are it's something that's invaluable, man. Just to see someone overcome so much and know that they've overcame so much in the past, and to know that no matter what, their mindset and their drive and their ambition doesn't sway. And I think that takes a special individual, and I think that individual is Heath Pedigo, which would be the main reason we have the success we do, and we have the brand and the name we do is that dude, man. And as far as I go, I think I'm just a small part of something that's really great and is really changing the world, so I'm blessed to be able to influence people positively.
Cool. So after all that, what's so something a little simple, what's your favorite part of doing seminars like this?
My favorite part of doing seminars is definitely, like, jiu-jitsu is great, but I just love meeting new people, man, and getting to talk to everyone that's coming from all these different walks of life and all these different areas of the world, not just the U.S. So I would say definitely obviously I love the jiu-jitsu. The jiu-jitsu is number one, but I think a close second, or maybe a tied contestant, is the fact that I get to meet so many great new people and just interact with so many different cultures around the world.
Okay. Cool, bro. So last little piece, if you had any piece of advice to anybody just kind of watching this video, what would that advice be?
Live for yourself and nobody else, because you're the one that's going to live and going to die in your existence anyway. So live your life the way you want to and the way you think benefits you the most, and try to help others benefit from their lives as well. But don't, like, for instance, like chase your dreams, basically. Live for your ambition. Live for something that makes you feel alive. Live for something that inspires you and makes you feel happy. That would be my biggest piece of advice.
Somebody's going to step up and do it. You've built self-sufficiency in the kids and the business completely.
Yeah, you have, and everybody jumped in. Smash took over one night. Next one, and that, like, Alejandro jumped in.
And they're good.
Yeah.
So it's like
a true team effort.
Yeah, that's it. And like I said, you just build that from the beginning. Like, they see, it goes back to the king thing again. Like, I started with them. We didn't have the money to get a hotel room, so we would go and we slept in the gym on the mats. I slept with the mats. If there's 6 beds and there were 5 people competing, I make them sleep in the beds. I sleep on the floor. Because at the end of the day, I ask myself, no matter how hard things are, you can always go back to the factory and work 45 hours a week and then see how hard things can be, or go to the coal mine and work 45. That's fucking hard. This shit ain't hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's real work. Those guys and girls, they're tough. This, I'm lucky to do that. So if I'm complaining because I have to sleep on the floor, then maybe I should fucking reconsider some things in life. I've just always told myself that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if I have to go back and work at the factory, say la vie, I will. But until then, you're just gonna enjoy, you know, doing things. Also, the average human meets like only several hundred people that they sit and have a real conversation with in an entire lifetime. So for me doing this, I meet 100 to 500 people every weekend doing these things. And it's like, the more people that you meet, the more broad. And it's like Mark Twain, you know, and talking about back in the day about, you know, like the biggest way to end bigotry is by just traveling and seeing the different things that happen in the world.
Yep.
So just for me and that, like, you know, we just went to Africa, you know, we were over there last year, and like England and Ireland and all these places, and it's like, it's different, you know. South Carolina is different than Southern Illinois. New York City is different than Idaho. People are just different there, and I think you learn a ton by just traveling, and I'm really fortunate that
all this like personal affiliation. He was like, I don't care. I don't believe in what they stand for. I don't have any experience with them. We don't compete in certain tournaments because of it for a little bit. I'm okay with that until we find something that fits. Yeah.
the time will never be just right, said Napoleon Hill. It's like, it's the truest thing ever. Nothing, the stars don't align. Look, some motherfuckers are just lucky, and shit just works out for them. And sometimes you just gotta send it. And if it doesn't work out, in the end, you lost what? Time that you were gonna not be doing it anyway. So fuck it. Just do it and do it. And if it works out, that's wonderful. And if it doesn't, then you don't have to lay in bed every night and wonder what if. Because that's the most disgusting feeling in the entire world.
Yeah. So is there going to be more Daisy Fresh? Or
Nope.
no? I'm sad now.
But
I'm depressed.
I'm writing a spin-off right now. It's the Daisy Fresh Hammer Time. It's just going to be about Couch doing dumb shit.
How did it get started? Did someone come to you saying, we want to document this, or were you?
I was friends with Michael Sears from Flow, and we had talked about this, and he came and did a picture essay, and him and I just had the idea, like, we need to make this show that's not really about jiu-jitsu, but about the real people in jiu-jitsu, not these, you know, oh, jiu-jitsu saved my life. It's the same story. I'm from this part of or this part of the hood, and it's like, you know, it was the same story over and over and over and over. It's like jiu-jitsu, Jesus, and, you know, it's like this the same story, and it's unrelatable. Like Andre Galvao runs Atos. He's amazing, one of the greatest competitors of all time. But when I look at him physically, I don't relate to him very well because he looks like a running back in the NFL, and he's like good looking, buff, super athlete, busted his ass. You know what I mean? He got where he is because of his hard work. But for me, it's hard for me to relate to him. You know what I mean? I come from our backgrounds are different, and his could be 10 times harder than mine. That's not what I'm saying, but I don't relate, but I do relate to Jacob Couch. I relate to Alejandro and George on the show. Like, George is in the military. George is from Nicaragua. His grandparents owned a farm on a village, and all of the people would come together in the village, and they would bring their cattle together and their chickens, and they supported each other. And if one family died, they filled it immediately because they would die without the village helping each other. It takes a village, right? Pablo Escobar went on the run. Came over, killed George's grandma and grandpa, took the village. George's dad was doing whatever work that he was. They were able to escape out of Nicaragua on asylum. George came to the United States. The dad went back and forth. He came to the United States very, very, very young and grew up in Texas. And when he, after high school, he still didn't have citizenship, but he's legally here. He has a green card, so he can work and do everything. So he applies for citizenship, and they say, you got to go into the military. So George does 4 years in the Marines. He serves wherever he serves and does whatever he has to do. And when he gets out, he applies. They go, no, you have to do 4 more, but seriously, this time, we're going to give it to you. So George gets out. He does 8 years in the Marines. He applies. he is turned down, and he has now lived here his entire life, served, done how many other tours overseas, was in the Marines for 8 years, and he's not an American citizen. He's here legally, but at any time, if anything goes bad, he could be sent back to a country where he can speak Spanish, but his brothers don't too great, and they've been sent back there. So there's a problem with that, right?
Just a little one.
So when George gets out of the military, what is he supposed to do? It's like, yeah, I mean, of course he could get a job and he could do all that. He's terrified, he could be sent back at any time. He finds jiu-jitsu, he's down in Dallas, and he made his way over, and he's like kind of living, you know, one of those guys who just doesn't feel like he has very much purpose, even though he's an incredible, amazing specimen of a human that can change other people's lives through teaching and, like, you know, so many. He's very inspiring.
Yeah, he's one of the most genuine people I've ever met.
His neck is broken. He was just in ICU for 1 week. That's why he's not here. So he literally, yeah, he's been competing for years. I don't know what happened. We think it could have been broke before he even ever came. But they did MRIs, they missed him, and he got a CT scan from him. They said, oh shit, your neck's been broke. Anyway, that's his story. That's one. That's like one of many that are there. You know what I mean? So when you put all 20 of these together, what do you have? All of these guys relate to each other, and they find that in each other. All of these girls relate to that, and that it's a new village. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just relatable. And again, like I said, not that Andre Guerrero is not amazing. I'm envious of the amazing things that he's done, but it's not super relatable to me. So, but I can relate to George, I can relate to Couch, and I think a lot of people love the Daisy Fresh because it's relatable.
Makes you feel something.
Well, you can watch that.
Had all the feels of
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah, when you watch his Couch's episode, you think, man, if this guy can do this, I can do this. Because he's normal. Less than normal in some ways, you know what I mean? It's like, he's not this incredible super athlete, you know, he's not, you know.
It's just the fucking I'm here.
That's it.
I mean, I just told him a second ago, I was like, dude, your story makes your success that much better. I was like, you know, I don't know you that well, but your story and just you seem like you deserve everything you've got.
Yeah, and
There's nobody that can genuinely say, like, he doesn't deserve that.
no
Nobody
one.
cannot fight that whatsoever.
That's what I'm saying. And he is always, when he loses, he's respectful. He never talks shit. I've never heard the guy talk shit about anyone. He takes his losses like a man. You know what I mean? He puts his head down. He keeps his head down until it's time to do it again. He works hard. You know what I mean? And yeah, sooner or later, it came through, and he won. And when he did, he won just as gracefully as when he lost. So no matter what, at the end of the day, he's a good person, genuinely. He's good people, and that's just why people they see that. They see a big brother, or they see their dad, or their grandpa, or their little brother. You see that in them. You can relate to them, and you know someone that's.
So when you first have the idea to create this documentary type thing, did you have any idea what was coming in the years ahead and how much you would be able to capture?
You know, kind of, I hoped so. That was kind of the plan. And it wasn't really the documentary I thought necessarily that would do it, but it's just, I just really believed, like, that I had Bear, he's the guy that owns Show Your Roll.
Yeah.
He's constantly an inspiring human. Like, he started out being an IT guy that was unhappy and selling t-shirts out of his trunk, and people telling him that he was stupid for doing that and that it doesn't make sense. He's from Guam, so he came to California, you know, I don't want to say with nothing, but he's a self-made man. And I've been really lucky to have people like that take the time to talk with me and, like, mentor me a little bit. And it just always made me feel like, you know, it's like the Field of Dreams thing, you know, like if you build it, it'll happen. Just stay on it, don't stop. And if it doesn't, you love this, right? So how can you lose? So that was just always kind of as long as I could pay the bills and give the kids, like, what they need, I'm good.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed with it? Like the fact that it's grown to be so big?
Yeah, so I get, at least 2 times a week, I get messages from people that say they're going to kill themselves. and then it's not, even though it's not
That you know that are within your.
I've never met ever. Usually not even
They
from
want
the
you to
United States.
do something about it.
They want me to fix them and help them, and slowly that can become your like guilt and your and you know what I mean. And it's like and it's very hard for me not to, even though it's like you could say like that's none of your business. You can't do that. When someone reaches out, like I want to try to help them as much as I can. You know what I mean? So it's like so everything that's been made, you just give back to the cause, and then it's like, you know, for me it's like when I say like the jiu-jitsu revolution, that's what that just means is like this should be for everyone regardless of what country they're from, and everyone should be able to find you know, like peace and happiness and like be a part of something that's bigger than them. And when you're able to do that, like Checkmat and Atos and Gracie Baja, like at the end of the day, we're all the same thing anyway. We're all doing, I mean, our goals are all the same, right? I mean, yeah, we want to win, but if we don't win, still at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, we're doing something that we love, and we're surrounded by people that are our people, and like we're just looking for happiness because life's already hard anyway. So when you find something where you can let go and it be yours, and not only it be yours, but part of you be a part of everybody else's like goals, and you know, it's like if I want you to win as much or more than I want to win, I can't lose. You know what I mean? It's like if I'm watching you grow constantly and like getting better and just and your happiness, I just can't lose. That's how I feel. So I just feel like I don't lose because of that. You know what I mean? It's not about winning and losing the match. It's not like winning in life.
And I'm in such a transition phase, and we had kind of talked about this, right? Like I'm in this position in academia where I don't want to be, and then I have these ideas of what I really want to be working with and people, and then having, I don't know, the courage, I guess, to just jump all in and leave the secure, boring, non-fulfilling work and do the stuff that actually makes me feel something. And then like, I don't know. Like, I'm still stuck in that phase of how do I jump into that life that I want to live.
I get messages from the kids from my original neighborhood sometimes, and they tell me I'm a sellout and stuff like that because I like moved on and have like tried to do good. You know, I'm big into the community and like giving back and like, and for them, they kind of like, you know, like, why are you helping the police that arrested us? Why are you helping the town that never gave a fuck about you? Like, why are you doing that? And then I just said, like, look, it'll never change.
It'll be the same town if I don't do anything.
It's not the town's job to do that for me. Like, everything is education. If you don't help educate, no one's specifically saying, hey, fuck Heath and fuck those guys. They're doing what they do and what they've been taught. And if you go in with that attitude, like, it's us against everyone all the time, you know, like I get it getting pumped up. Hey, it's us versus every other team. It's us versus the world. But if you have that attitude in life constantly about like fuck everybody that didn't help you, and you just can't. You're putting yourself like a reptile in a small glass cage. You just can't grow. You know what I mean? And it's so I get those messages a lot from, you know. And if I told you that doesn't bother me sometimes,
I was going to ask you, how does that?
It does a little bit, you know what I mean? It's like, I want to sit down almost sometimes and explain to every person, like, hey, like, you know, like, the reason that you got pulled over for a speeding ticket and you didn't pay the speeding ticket and now it's turned into 7 bench warrants for failure to appear is because, not because the cops suck, it's because you're lazy and you have a shitty ass attitude and you can fix this and you need to work harder at it. Nobody cares that your mom and dad got divorced, and nobody cares that you didn't grow up with anything. Nobody gives a shit. Just you're the only one dwelling on this and still talking about it. You know what I mean? You got to get over yourself. If not, you're going to be stuck forever in the same thing. You're going to be 50 years old saying, man, fuck so-and-so that arrested me, or talking about your high school glory days and never growing from that. And, you know, being from a small town, you know, that happens a lot there. But, you know, you just figure all this shit out. At the end of the day, the reason I told you that is I have a lot of people that reach out to me and say, I wish I would have became a part of the gym when we were 17 or 18. I tell him it's never too late. He goes, oh man, I'm 45 now. It doesn't matter, it's not too late. There's nothing worse in this life than laying in bed and wondering what if, and just basically just waiting, being afraid to take the risk. I would rather fail multiple times and lay in bed and know, fuck, I gave it a shot, than lay in bed and wonder what if. Because, like I said, that's the worst feeling in all time. You just gotta send it. What's the worst that can happen anywhere? You know what I mean? It's not like you're gonna just be homeless, and and if you were, you would just get unhomeless.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yep. So I think, I don't know. I just kind of like go after it. And like you said, I don't urge the entire world to just quit their jobs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's health insurance that's kind of needed, you know.
But, you know, you got to weigh your options. Just think to yourself, like, hey, you know, like, first of all, am I happy? You know what I mean? It's, you know, a lot of things can, like relationship-wise, a lot of things can be worked. Relationships are tough. They can be worked out sometimes. Sometimes they can't. And we live in this world where people have constantly told women for years, like, hey, you have to stay in this situation where you're unhappy. Now the question is, did you really, really, honestly, truly give it your all?
Right.
I think people get married a little bit too early now, and they don't think about a lot of things. And you know, some people don't. In some situations, that's kind of the, I don't know if we as humans like value like maybe our grandparents did. How many grandmas out there have put up with grandpa's bullshit for 60 years?
Both of mine. Still do.
And so it's like,
my grandmother was happier when she was single up because my grandfather passed away. Those were her best years.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, I mean,
It is sad.
You know, I mean, it is what it is. And I just think like everyone's different, and you just got to figure that out. And it's like, I think when you truly, truly like decide on your morals and you like really value them and you're going to stick to them, I think that's when you can really make those decisions and like, you know, get things kind of figured out. But same goes for like jobs and like life. It's like, you know, sometimes you just gotta let go of stuff, and sometimes you gotta just move on and try something else, and sometimes you need to stick it out. You know what I mean? You gotta put your chin down, and you gotta be tough, and you gotta figure that out. And I don't think anyone can figure that out except for you. You can be inspired to do either one. You know what I mean? So basically, I just said nothing, a whole lot of nothing.
Well, basically, take the risk. Like last year, I was kind of like, I need something different. So I wrote a letter to our superintendent, and I asked him to add, you know, an interventionist position at our school because I thought it would really help our kids. And I was like, the chance of me getting this is actually slim to none, but I'm just going to do it anyway. And Crocs that you can have that match it.
Match that, baby, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. I went to buy it like 10 minutes. It was sold out.
That takes a lot of room.
That's Bear that on Shiro. The guy could, so like I said, came from nothing, over from Guam, busted his ass. The guy could literally teach the economics class at Stanford. Figured it all out on his own. If you talk to him, if he walked in here, A, first of all, you'd have no idea who it is. B, you'd have zero clue that he's probably donated 80% of any of the fortune that he's made and gave it back to the world. He just seems like such a normal, simple, incredible guy. And his work not only is inspiring, but like you said, it's dude, when he puts this stuff out, it's gone in 2 minutes.
It's ridiculous.
It's like, and people continue to do that and want it and support it at the end because not only does he love his work, but he's good and genuinely just a good person. And I don't know if that's God or Mother Earth or what it is, but something makes that happen. You know what I mean? Whether maybe it's just his hard work, or maybe it's just like his love or his passion or his inspiration. Regardless,
that energy is powerful.
It's sent out into the world, and he gets it back tenfold, and he deserves it. He's done incredible, amazing things. I wouldn't be where I was in a lot of situations if he didn't give. Not just physically give, but give advice, be a mentor, or maybe I talked to him in a situation, and after our conversation when we hung up, I might have went a different direction with things after talking to him. You know what I mean? So He's a great guy.
I feel like I need my weekly therapy sessions. We just need to set this up because I'm feeling pretty good.
This one's got it made.
Yeah, he does. Come on, big old Jacob. Big Luke, come on, big old Jacob. Big Lukey.
Come over and get right here.
Exhale, Jacob.
Hey, come on, take the picture.
It's 5.
Hey, get up against us, Jacob.
That's all right.
All right.